Hello everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 5 video. You join us on the Ludwigsbahn and we're in the TGV Duplex. As of recording this, the update came out about half hour ago, which fixed the TGV as it had power issues before. Let's get the doors shut. I know we're on a red, but on this route you have to shut the doors for the signal to change at Mannheim. There you go. Got the little bell as well, which I don't think we don't have to bell back. I think it's just the doors are shut. We'll set that to 40. It's going to be really weird because we don't have PZB. Oh, there's a tram as well, which is part of the update. It's pretty cool. Up to 60. If my keyboard wants to be on. Let's do that. Cool, and up to 60, there you go, that's plugged in now. As we head out of Mannheim, are we stopping anywhere as well? No, actually fast the whole way. It was really weird because there's no PZB within the TGV Duplex, so I assume in real life it would have like a German version of it, so you'd have PZB. A bit like the ICE3MF, which should be on this route, but we don't have it. That has like the French safety systems. So in real life I would imagine this would have PZB, but unfortunately we don't get that on here. But we'll still obviously drive as we would if we did have PZB on. That won't change. There's another tram there as well. Sort of the Mannheim trams. I'll go through the patch notes as well in a minute as the update is nice and shiny new. Cool. Racing the tram. Look at that, that's pretty cool. And then you got Ludwigshafen Mitte, which we're coming up to. There we go. And yeah, let me get the patch notes as well. As this update only came out about half hour ago. And there's a fair few changes on this route. So just going to get that up. I'm also trying to change the board behind us as well, sort of multitasking oh no, that doesn't want to do it. Right, let's change it to cool. Still 60. And it will be until we get through Ludwigshafen Hauptbahnhof, and after that we can speed up to well near enough 160. So that will be good. So going off to the right here. Oh, we aren't speeding. I think we're okay at 60. And yeah, through Ludwigshafen Hauptbahnhof. Right, I've got the update patch notes up for the route. So what's changed on here then? So made further adjustments to Neustadt to prevent bike lock collectibles being blocked by an invisible wall. Previously fixed in Ludwigshafen, Mannheim, made route asset optimizations around Neustadt, Bubig and Frankenstein to improve performance, as it was a little bit sort of laggy there before, not too much but a little bit, and adjusted the night lighting around Ludwigshafen Hauptbahnhof, so there are no longer any areas of total darkness. Oh, that's not it, there's more as well. A TGV is now usable. A floating tree at Kaiserslautern's been removed. Fixed an upside down sign at Schifferstadt. Lots of general issues about signals. Yeah, there was a signal near Lambrecht which didn't display any aspects. That's now been fixed. Elevator doors at Mannheim to be inaccessible. That's now been sorted. And just route optimizations. So sort of little fixes. Just to sort of bring it up to how it should be. Right, and we should be able to speed up now. I think it's up to sort of 130 here, so let's get that up. Yeah, it does feel really weird driving this on here, but it's cool because I mean the only other route you can run this on, well, there's LGV, of course, you can run this train on, but you can also run it on Southeastern high speed, but that's like really quite unrealistic. I mean, it happened as a trial run, but it's a bit weird. Whereas this route they run on here frequently, just with the German, I suppose, safety systems and stuff. And up to 160, so let's get up to 100 miles an hour. And we've got to get a flyby shot as well, so let's do that. Okay, it just feels so weird driving the TGV on like another sort of route. It's weird, but you can do it. As this is the Frankfurt to Paris service, which SNCF, who are the French train operator, and Deutsche-Bahn, they sort of they share it. So I suppose it's probably like 50-50. They do some services, they do other services. Which I suppose sort of makes sense, as I suppose probably, you know, early morning. It's, you know, quite a long way, Frankfurt to Paris. I suppose some early morning trains start in Paris. They start from there to Frankfurt. Some early morning DB trains start at Frankfurt. They then go to Paris, and then just throughout the day there's a nice mix. Not sure what's going on with the lighting there with the throttle stick. It's a bit weird. It's not really dark on there. Probably as this is a this train's still like an old train in the game, so it hasn't been updated for the new lighting. So we might have sort of a few weird things like that. Oh, it doesn't seem too bad. You've also got to remember to set the power mode to M, which is AC. Which you don't actually get to use on LGV Mediterranee. Because on the actual LGV route, you only use LGV and C, which is DC. There's the DC wires, well, the DC overhead wires in Marseille. There's a 187. Rather long freight train as well. Cool. Good to be back on this route. Not done this in about a week and a half. Once we had the Mittenwaldbahn. So good to be back on. That's sort of slow in the TGV there, going at this speed. Just so used to seeing this train at like 320 kilometers an hour, so seeing it at half that speed, 160, it's just like, I go so slow. Let's get another flyby shot. Zoom ahead. Now today's video was actually meant to be a Mittenwaldbahn video. It was about an hour long, and I got right to the end. Then the cat comes in, jumps on top of the PC, and turns the power button, or presses the power button. Which the power button was covered on the PC, it had like a coaster over it. But the cat jumped up, slid sort of on the coaster, and then her other foot caught the power button after an hour on the Mittenwaldbahn. Which was annoying. But now we get a bit of TGV action. Which came out basically straight after. Or at least the update came out straight after that happened. Oh, it gets another 187. Really? Another one? You sort of get that with the German routes. Like, as we've already seen two 187s. Most of the freight trains will probably be 187s and 155s. As we've seen a 155, I think as we were coming out of Mannheim. So probably like the two we see, the 187 and the 155. Oh, and there's a load more trains now added to this as well. You can also drive the, which is quite ironic, because just the other day I was saying it would be cool to see the DBBR 218 on some other routes, and now it's on this route. I think there's one freight service in the DBBR 218, as well as the DBBR 103. That's also got a couple of like heritage services. So the timetable's been bulked out a bit more. Not like much more, but there's more going on, which is cool. And Mannheim is busier as well, and with the trams. Here we go. Cool. Yeah, I've been enjoying this route a lot more than I thought I would. But then to us, most of the German routes I've just really been enjoying. I think was it Salzburg-Rosenheim? Was it Salzburg-Rosenheim when that first came out? We didn't. That was like the one German route where we sort of played it, 3 or 4 times, and then just didn't play it for months, which was really weird. That route just didn't grab my attention straight away. But then, like half a year after, when the Expert 101 came out, we were constantly on Salzburg-Rosenheim. So I thought this route would be similar. I thought it would be just one I'm not really going to play too much of. It's not going to be that interesting. But to be honest, I'm enjoying this route. I know this bit's not that exciting, but once you get past Neustadt, it's lovely. Going up to, or going along to Kaiserslautern. Oh, and see if there's any Expert 101 on the timetable of this. I don't think there was. I think it's still just the Dovetail Games 101. What's it, about 7 kilometres to Neustadt from here? Here we go. Even the horn's really quiet as well. It's just like an old train in the game. Everything's a bit quieter, everything's darker. Which is why I don't really play. I don't play much of the older routes anymore, just because I'm just so used to it being like this. Well, maybe not necessarily in this train, but just sort of basically post Train Sim World 3 routes. As anything before that just feels really dated now. Like even Brighton Main Line, I love the route to bits, but it just feels really dated. And even East Coast Way, even that route, I'm sort of starting to be a bit like, nah, I don't want to play it, because it just looks really old now in the game. I'm not sure what's going on with the, see that, sort of loading in as we go along. I did set the wetness slider a little bit up, so maybe that's sort of, you sort of see the bushes with the little shimmer to them. There you go, there the hills. So I'm coming up to Neustadt. And then we go through the hills, or through the valley. So we will start slowing down soon. I can't remember what it is for Neustadt. Is it 100 for Neustadt? I think it might be 100. So we should get a warning board for that. Which of course weirdly we won't have to acknowledge because we don't have PZB. Yeah, here's a warning board here. So we'll come down to 130. The cat's come back in. Quickly cover the power button, that's why she does it again. Power button, I'm just going to have to hold it in place. Right. Down for the 130. There we go, down for that in time. Literally just in time. The skin of our teeth in time. And then we got another warning board for a for 90. Let's pop that down, you got all the magnets there. Was it 90, wasn't it? Yeah. Popping that down. There was a speedboard back there for 100, but I think that was for the other track. Because we didn't have any sort of like 100 warning board, it was for 90. Yeah, here's the 90 here. So yeah, coming up to Neustadt, which is sort of it's the halfway point distance-wise on the route, but sort of time-wise we're still further away from Kaiserslautern. Oh, let's set our speed as well down to 90 on there. Makes it a bit easier then. That train's waiting for us there. Here we go. Oh, hello, you've even got a, was that 628? No, not 642. Yeah, that feels busy. Okay, cool. I mean, that literally, almost all the platforms there were filled up. Okay, the timetable has been bolstered a bit. I hope in a realistic way. Which it probably has been. Let's get another little flyby shot. We'll try and get a nice photo once we're sort of within one of the valleys. There it goes. There's still 90 as far as I'm aware. Which doesn't really get much quicker than, well, I think it goes up to 100 and it sort of just stays as that for a fair while. And then our next sort of fast speed limit is the 130 and then 150 past, I think it's Hospeyer. That's probably not how you pronounce it. So through the valley it's a bit slow, but I mean, that's understandable. Lambrecht is the next station along. Feels like it's clouded over a bit. Not getting that sun glaring down on us. But if you have made it this far in the video, thanks all for staying in for a bit of TGV action on the Ludwigsbahn. Yeah, great to have another route we can run the TGV on. Now it's working. So yeah, you can now run it on 3 routes: Southeastern High Speed, which I think there's like 2 services, and they're sort of the Unrealistic. LGV, which is like literally the route this train comes from, and but now this route, which has 2 services on it. Which you would think it'll be more services, wouldn't it? As SNCF and DB share the Paris to Frankfurt services, or maybe SNCF do it just a lot less. Or maybe some run non-stop. Cool. Feels incredibly slow in this train though. We're going about, what's this, 60 miles an hour? So over too far to Lambrecht station. So we follow the valley round. What was it, Lambrecht, and then there's like 2 more which I cannot remember the names of. Frankenstein, Haspoyer, and then Kaiserslautern. I can't remember the names of the other stops. I think one begins with W and the other one begins with N. Oh, hello, there's a Railpool 185. Nice to see that out and about. Have a lot of empty, well, they're logging, or log holders. is Lambrecht. So through we go. Definitely gonna have to have a look at like cab ride videos of this route in real life. I mean, I'd assume there's probably some online. It'd be nice to sort of see how it compares. Although this route is backdated a bit, which is fine. This route is set in, what was it, 2013 this route is set in. Which road is still near enough modern day. Try and get a nice shot maybe round here. Let's hop into photo mode. So I want to get it on that side. Yeah, let's try it on that side. Might try and get it when the sunlight's on it a bit better though, so we'll probably go into photo mode again in a bit. Rotation a bit, maybe that way a bit. Get one like that. Maybe we'll get one on the other side as well. I don't like that as much though. I want to get more of the coaches in. I have to try it on the left hand curve. That means we're a kilometre away from the next stop. It's 6 PM as well. I assume it's probably the same train set which goes to Frankfurt. So I think this is like I think there's a service at 11:41, or it's at about 11 o'clock, between 11 and midday, where you get one off to Frankfurt. So this must be the return of that same service. I got a warning. Oh, hang on, that must have gone up. There must have been 100. Hey ho. Don't know where the 100 ball was then. Must have completely missed that. Oh, maybe when we're getting a flyby shot or something. There we go. So time-wise, we should be there in about 20 minutes. I think it was 41 minutes this service. Which is about the time sort of the fast services on here. They're about 40 minutes, and then the sort of slow ones are about an hour, 10 minutes. But that's mostly due to the fact the slow ones have to wait at Neustadt for about 5 minutes or so for a fast train to go through. And then each stop is about 2 minutes. And that's sort of like that's sort of how much a stop takes. 2 minutes. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, that about makes sense. And back up to 100. So wait for the back of the train to pass that board. Only a single set. Oh, that feels weird on the instruments, but take them off. Cool. Again, still just weird driving the TGV on here. Feels unnatural. And in fact, we're going, slow as well. We're so used to just blasting, through southern France at 200 miles an hour. Which again, if you do want this train on this route, you do need to have the LGV med route. Oh really? Right. Oh, there you go. That's good. Bit underneath the map. There it goes. Don't have to worry about CFA, don't have to worry about PZB. Right, down to 90. There we go. A bit of power. Has anyone found a service which uses the middle track here? Is there any which use the middle track? So it would be quite cool maybe if you were a freight train to stop in there and allow something to pass by, or vice versa. As a slow train you're waiting on the platform and you see like an ICE service blast by. Oh. Well, that's ironic, isn't it? There's a freight train in the middle track. Couldn't have really timed that better, really. Oh, hang on, is it, oh, it's a 155. Well, there we go. What service is that? I want to do that at some point. No, hang on. There you go. That one there. That one goes in the middle track. That is ironic. As you say, oh, I wonder what goes in the middle track. Someone try and find something. Just come around the corner, there's something in the middle track. Cool. Well, yeah, we'll have to do that at some point. Right, down to 80. Let's tick off that little bit of track. So it's Frankenstein station next, and then yeah, Hospeyer, and then yeah, and then Kaiserslautern, and yeah, that's then a TGV run done on this route, which is rather cool. Let's try and get another shot as we come out of there. That's not too bad actually. Yeah, I don't mind that. Cool. No, I think we go into another tunnel then, yeah, then it's Frankenstein. Go. And I'm recording this video, unfortunately not as I'm like 100% asleep. I'm now back on to lates now, so start at like 5 PM today. So I had a nice late in this morning. Yeah, this is Frankenstein coming up. And up to 100. Sort of cool building up there. Oh, that blazing sun as we come out as well. Have to get another photo. Still, the biggest thing about this route which annoys me, and I've mentioned it quite a few times, and hopefully at some point it will get updated to be correct, is the fact the ICE3M, the ICE3M isn't the ICE3MF, because literally all of the ICE3 services on this route go to France. So they should have the little sort of KVB, yeah, but basically they should have the French safety systems. But sadly we don't have that on this route, which is sort of odd. And considering we didn't have any new trains on this route, it's yeah, just a bit funny the way the ICE3M wasn't, well, converted to the F. You would have to acknowledge that, but we don't need to because we don't have PZB. What actually, I don't want to press it. What happens when you press page down? Nothing happens if we press any of those buttons. Key will be for the little acknowledgement there. Cool. And it's over to Hospeyer, which isn't really like that much further, and then up to top speed, well, up to 130, then 150 over to Kaiserslautern. But hopefully everyone has enjoyed the video. If you have made it this far, thank you very much for making it this far, and yeah, enjoy it. Well, go and play the TGV. Now it's yeah, it now works on this route. So yeah, coming up to Hospeyer, she's just around the corner here, and let's try and get a little shot now. Now we've got the sun on it. That's the main thing, getting the sunlight on. There you go. I'll probably get like 6 or 7 like pictures per video we do. I only have using one. Well, there is like a feature on YouTube where you can make like 3 thumbnails, and then like it will like test to see which one sort of gets the most recognition. So I suppose I could do that at some point. Not actually done that yet. We missed the speedboard as we were looking at Case on her chair. I think we have missed the speedboard. Right, it's up to, it should be up to 130 here. So I'm just going to make sure it's not just around this corner. I think the speedboard was back there, literally just as we took the shot. Literally just about to pass it there. Yeah, let's get up to 130. And then it goes up to, yeah, 150 a bit further along. Sort of the final sprint over to Kaiserslautern. Or Kaiserslautern. Oh, that's going up nicely. And that is the 150. Which it is, well, all the way now to Kaiserslautern. How's everyone finding this route? Now it's been out for, what, about 2 weeks or so? I think more than that, actually, now. It's just zapped by. Yeah, how's everyone finding it? Have you sort of stopped playing it now? You know, you played it sort of the first initial couple of weeks, and that's like, yeah, just one of the routes now in the collection. Or have you just been sort of continually playing it? Or maybe you've been sidelined by Mittenwaldbahn, which I don't blame you. That route is fantastic. Cool. This bit always goes fairly quick. Well, I did say 41 minutes, but we might actually do it before that. Maybe like 37 or maybe 38 minutes. A few minutes quicker than it said, which is alright. Let's get one last flyby shot as well. Let's go a bit further. Here, there we are. That would do, on this bridge. further to go still. I can't remember what kilometre board Kaiserslauten's at. Yeah, I can't remember which one's it at. Well, I think from Hospea to Kaiserslautern it's 10 kilometres or so. I mean, sort of, we're near enough 100 miles an hour. It won't take too long to get there. It may even be around the next corner. As you sort of come round and you sort of see it, it's like, oh, we're here. But I think it is. I think we are coming up to it, yeah. So we'll take the power off. Should see the stadium on the hill as well fairly soon. Yeah, here we are. This is it. A little bit of train brake as well. There's the stadium on the hill. So it's quite a sort of quick approach. So here we are. Oh, there's another 642 over there. So there's lots more AI, lots more going on, which we didn't have when it first sort of released. Now, there's another 64. There's a 642 coming in as well. So lots more going on. We'll try and stop on the first marker as well. Aim to. That perfect. Here we are. That was cool. Where do those trains go then? What are they? Heidelberg, wherever that is. So I don't think you can drive those. Another one over there. Cool. Well, that is going to be it, everybody, and another train coming. This is really busy. I mean, this is a lot busier than what it was when it came out. That's not too bad either. Let's quickly go to the timetable, just to have a look. And I bet Case will somehow jump on the PC again, and that's it. Power's gone. I'm just going to unplug my keyboard as I don't need that now. So I'm going out quite soon after this. So flick a few bits and pieces off. Pop the departure board protectors in place. So yeah, just loading out, and then we'll take a look at the timetable because it is a bit more bulked out, and then yeah, that'll be that. So you can see the TGV services. There's 2 there. But yeah, you've got a lot more on here now. So what about the 642? Can you drive that? Oh, you can. There you go. So that's good. There's a few more on there. Again, that's still just the normal 101. Pretty cool. Well, and there's a 218 there as well. That is going to be it, everybody, for today's Train Sim World 5 video. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. Links, usual places, Discord, PayPal, merch store, as well as our affiliate link for the UK departure board. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.